Could we get further expansion moving forward if this is a success?
No, I think 48 is already it's already a good numbers, and I don't see any change in the next cycle of the next World Cup. I'm not sure about it, but I think 48 give already some opportunity. Some country like Uzbekistan, they already qualified. Jordania, they already qualified. And other country would never been qualified if we didn't go from 32 to 48 teams.
Can I ask you about the Club World Cup? Because
Yeah.
can you take some lessons from that tournament into the World Cup
Yes,
next year?
yes, absolutely. First, the mentality of the fans in US is totally different than in Europe. For them, the game is more a show. It's more something that it's a venue. For us in Europe, it's life. There's no comparison. And the appetite and the interest of the American are bigger and growing, and I think it will be a good way for the next World Cup to be crazy, because it's a big country. We will have different time zone. It will be a great challenge, but the Club World Cup help us to understand the need of the fans, of the population. In 4 years, you create a new competition. At this level, only FIFA can do it. Only FIFA can do it. And it was successful. Of course, we have some issue, but in terms of audience, in terms of implication of the team, in terms of impact on the fans, it was a big success. And we know that we will deliver the best World Cup ever.
And finally, France got to the final last time.
Yeah.
You've won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Can France do it again next year?
I hope. We have the team. What I can see, actually, there's some great challenger. Argentina, they will be ready as well, you know. The last finals, the last World Cup final, France against Argentina, was maybe the best final ever. We never had this kind of drama on the final, and the level of the player was amazing. We lose the final, but we can say that we will be ready for the next cycle, and I know that Didier is preparing the team, and the team will be ready for hold the trophy again.
Romano confirms Man United had pre-Sunderland plans for Emrim, and Southgate. Fabrizio Romano reveals what Manchester United had in mind regarding Ruben Amorim and Sir Gareth Southgate ahead of Saturday's match against Sunderland. Despite the arrival of a new attacking trio, the Portuguese manager has been enduring an underwhelming start to the new campaign. His team has already lost 3 Premier League contests, and has also been eliminated from the Carabao Cup in embarrassing fashion at the hands of Grimsby Town. Therefore, many fans and observers viewed last weekend's contest against the Black Cats as the manager's last chance saloon. Man United still backing Ruben Amorim. Luckily for Amorim, his players rose to the occasion and delivered a convincing display, beating Sunderland by 2 unanswered goals courtesy of Mason Mount and Benjamin Sesko. Moreover, Sen Lamens produced a solid showing between the posts on his club debut. Nevertheless, Fabrizio Romano insists that the 40-year-old's job wasn't at risk in the first place. In the latest video posted on his official YouTube channel, the Italian journalist explains that Man United were willing to stick with the under-fire coach, even if he had suffered a loss to Sunderland, as long as he would avoid a humiliating result. The transfer market expert added that MUFC never made any contact with Southgate, even though he enjoys an amicable relationship with the Ineos brass. Man United never asked Gareth Southgate to replace Amorim. Earlier reports had also claimed that Southgate had ruled himself out of the United job, at least for the time being. The 55-year-old has been on the sidelines since leaving the English national team after the end of Euro 2024. As for Amorim, he will be looking to consolidate his status by garnering positive results and building some momentum after the international break. However, his mission won't be easy, as Man United will resume their campaign with a trip to Anfield Road to take on Liverpool. Romano, only crazy, Sunderland loss would have got Amram sacked. Manchester United secured a much-needed win at the weekend with a convincing 2-0 win over newly promoted Sunderland. The match was Ruben Amram's 50th in charge of the Red Devils, and by winning it he did what no other United manager since Sir Alex Ferguson has been able to do. However, the Portuguese's tenure at Old Trafford has been troubled, with serious questions being asked just 6 games into the season as to whether he is the right man for the job. Bad start after a bad season. Amram took over from Erik ten Hag in November last year and immediately set about trying to implement his much-maligned 3-4-2-1 system. The squad struggled to adapt, and he led United to a historically bad 15th place Premier League finish, despite some gruesome results and poor performances. Amram was afforded the benefit of the doubt under the assumption that the following season would be better, with over £200 million spent in the summer and some problem players shipped out. There was a feel-good factor at Old Trafford going into this campaign, but it quickly evaporated after a sloppy start, which included a humiliating Carabao Cup defeat to Grimsby Town. Job safe for now. Saturday's clash with Sunderland felt like a must-win for the head coach, who was under immense pressure following the disappointing 3-1 defeat to Brentford. Rumors swirled of top managers being lined up should his team fail to deliver, but according to Fabrizio Romano his job was never dependent on the result of the Sunderland game. Speaking on his YouTube channel, he explained that the victory closed all the speculation, at least for the next few weeks, for Ruben Amram, and that United head into the international break way more relaxed. He continued that the club had not intention of sacking Amram, even if Man United were going to lose the game against Sunderland. Even in that case, he was not going to be fired. That was the plan of Man United unless completely crazy things happen like losing, I don't know, 3-4 or 5-0. But for example, losing the game 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, something like that, Amram was not going to be fired. United's position is clear. The respected football journalist noted that Man Utd's message was quite clear and they never contacted other managers. I spent basically the last 10 days telling you that Gareth Southgate was in the media, but there was never a concrete negotiation between Man United and Southgate or his representatives. There is a very good relationship between Southgate and Ineos, but never a negotiation. And Man United wanted to show their support to Amram,